What I'm going to do is show you some of the things that we're going to have to do when we're working with an equation in standard form. And you see down there at the bottom, these are all possible questions that you could be asked if I gave you an equation in standard form. First thing we're going to do is check out finding the x and y intercepts. So basically, we're going to find the x-intercept. The way I always tell my students is just forget about y for now. So let's just cross out a positive 4y. Alright? If we get rid of y, we're left with a very simple one-step equation. We have negative 3x equals 12. So most of you probably already know that x is going to be negative 4. X is going to be negative 4. Alright? So x-intercept is going to be negative 4, 0. Alright? Next thing we're going to do is find the y-intercept, which is basically the exact same thing we did, except this time we're going to be crossing out the x. So let's get rid of that guy. We don't need him. And again, we're left with a real simple one-step equation. So divide by 4 on both sides. Y is going to be 3. So the y-intercept is going to be 0, 3. Alright. After that, the whole reason we would want to go and try to find the intercepts is so that it makes it very easy to graph. If we have 2 points, we can graph a straight line, no problem. So I'm going to go down here to my coordinate plane, and the 2 points we were working with were negative 4, 0, and 0, 3. So I'm just going to write them real quick. Negative 4, 0, and 0, 3. Right? So plotting them on a line should be no problem. Negative 4, 0 would be right there, and 0, 3 would be right there. Alright, connect the dots. And we have a real simple line. That problem so far is done. Right? Now the only other thing you can be asked to do with an equation in standard form is to change the equation into slope-intercept form. It can be pretty tough, but we can handle it. Alright? This is usually something that my students struggle with the most, so it's going to require a little bit of patience. Alright. To get our equation into slope-intercept form, what we're going to need to do is, as you can see down at the bottom here, we're going to need to get y by itself. Right? Down there, y is all by himself. We got to find out how to get y by itself in our equation. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of 3x. I'm going to add 3x to both sides. What are we left with? 4y equals 3x plus 12. Alright, now we need to get rid of the 4. So I'll divide by 4 on this side and divide by 4 on the right side. Okay, that'll take care of our left side of the equation. We're going to have y equals, now this is a step that a lot of people tend to get fooled on. We only have one 4 on the right side of this equation, but what you need to know is that that 4 has to go into 3x and 12. So on the right side of the equation, what we're going to get is 3/4 x, and then we're also going to have a plus 3, because 12 divided by 4 is 3. So there, what we've just done is we found the x and y intercepts, we graphed using the x and y intercepts, and also what we did was we put our equation into slope-intercept form. Now why would we do that? Well, one of the things you would do it for is because you may want to graph this in your calculator. and your calculator really doesn't let you do that in standard form. They ask that you put it into slope-intercept form. So if we take a quick look at our coordinate plane again, okay, if you remember, our line went right through these two, okay, right through these 2 points. So if I went to my calculator, all right, just get rid of this stuff. As I said, if we go to the calculator, we can plug that in our calculator. This is what we found in our problem. We found that our equation would be 3/4 x plus 3. So if we graph that, we see that what we graphed before is exactly correct. All right, we see that we matched up. So we did that correctly. So next thing what I'm going to do is talk about working with equations in slope-intercept form, and I'll do that on a separate video.